I don't know if this is recording. Okay, the first video on this week's collection is a group by the name of the Last Town Chorus. This is the album cover. They're called the Last Town Chorus. Now it's very interesting. It's very mellow. The singer is a woman by the name of Megan oh God, I can't read this. Megan Hickey. Anyway, I don't know too much about this band. It looks like there's about 5 or 6 people that are in there, but they're very mellow and she has a really interesting voice, sort of like Kim Deal. Kind of reminds me a lot of Kim Deal, especially Kim Deal when she was in the Pixies. I mean, yeah, in the Pixies when she was doing backup for Frank Black, and kind of like her kind of childlike voice. This woman has a lot like that. There's very little drumming on this. They tend to be more acoustic, and she plays one of those lap steel guitars, which are kind of like she does it in a very interesting way, which it's kind of like that, that sort of country, that I can't really, I'm not describing it well, but this is a very good album. Wire Waltzy is the name of the album. It came out in 2007, so it's only a few years old. I really like this album. It's very mellow. It's not like a heavy rocker, but if you want to hear something that's pretty interesting, and I really fell in love with this woman's voice. I think I really love her voice. I'm a huge Kim Deal fan, and her voice is similar to Kim Deal's, I think, but it's different enough to stand on its own. So I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5 stars. I love this album, and I'm going to pass it on. I'm going to put it on my iPod, and then I'm going to pass it on to friends of mine who I know are going to love this album. So really, I don't know anything really about them, because I know nothing about the music, what's going on, but this is great. I hope it sells a lot. It's not really too commercial because it's very different, but if you like very mellow, kind of relaxing, mellow, really pretty, really light. Oh God, I forgot. They do a Bowie cover. They do a cover of Modern Love by David Bowie, which is usually covers I hate, and especially David Bowie, because I'm the world's biggest David Bowie freak. I don't like the 80s period of Bowie, though. So this was perfect for them to do Modern Love because it's an 80s song. They do an amazing version of it. They do, dare I say, they do it better than Bowie. They do it really slowed down, so you can really savor the lyrics, and it turns the very upbeat and kind of bubbly Modern Love into really kind of like a melancholy love song. It's just really good. It's just really, really good. I think there was a single because there's a video for it on YouTube. And I just really like these people, and this is why I like doing the $1.99 thing, because this album I found 3 or 4 of them so far that are really good, but this I never would have known if I didn't do this little project, and nobody's watching these, so I'm glad. Yay me! I found this because this is a great album. So if anybody follows on this review and pick this up, it's really good. I got it for $1.99 in the cutout bin. It's a really, really good album. So I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5 stars. And the next one is a band called the Jeeves, I think? The Jeeves. And the album is called 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess, because that's all that's there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I would, they're very, sort of late 60s, early 70s, sort of like Kinks kind of rock, kind of like that very British sounding rock and roll from that period, kind of like the Kinks. That's the thing that really reminded me of very early Kinks. I like this album. It's not really my style, though I know a lot of people that like this kind of music, like groups like, oh God, who's that band that, you wanna be my girl, dun, 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 whatever. I can't remember those people, but they're along that same vein, and I can see people really getting into this album. It's not really my style, but I have a lot of friends that know this that probably will like this, and for all I know, they may have this album and love this album. But I'm going to offer it to a bunch of friends because I know a bunch of people that would like this album. So I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 stars because I can hear that it's really good for what it is. It's just doesn't happen to be my taste. It's just like a lot of death metal isn't a lot of people's taste, and I like that. So whatever. I'd give a death metal like I have like Ishtar. I gave them 5 stars, and people would say it was trash, and I like them. So in Jeeves, I like this because it's very well done. I like the songs, and I like the production. The production is very respectable. It's good. It's together. It's rocking. It's a really good album. It's fun. It's just not my style. That's all. I know a lot of people that do like this, so I'm going to pass this on. My phone is ringing. Anyway. This Hello? Hi. Can I call you right back? Alright, bye. Sorry, one last review, which is The Swains, this album. This came out in 91. This album is, musically, I really like it. I like the sound of it. I wish they stayed instrumental because it would have gave it a bigger star. Because the music, it's very kind of like hip-hoppy, but I found the music really interesting. It's very electronic, but it has some like pretty cool samples of like old sort of like soul music and old. It's just a really cool sounding album. Unfortunately, I'm not big on the vocalists. I generally don't really like vocalists a lot, and that tends to be what makes or breaks albums. But the music is enough in this that makes it still interesting. So I'd give this a 3. So all in all, I think I've done good this week. A 5-star and a 4-star, and this is a 3 because I like the music, I like the production. It's very well done. I'm just not. They do a lot of rapping, and I'm not big on the rapping thing. So that's So I would say it's not I got it under the $1.99 bin. It's not It's called Electronic Soul. Is the name of the album. I don't think it's very soulful. I think that's kind of a contradiction, electronic soul, because soul is very soulful, and I don't find electronics to be very soulful. So, because electronics are kind of very cold. Computers and things like that, and samples and all that business. But anyway, I would say, I don't even think this is a 3. I think this is 2. I'd say this is 2, because it's not soulful. They got some bass in there that's pretty decent, but it's not that. It's not the best. I've heard better, I've heard worse. So I would say The Swains with Electronic Soul, I would give this, I'm gonna hold it with a 2. A 2-star on this. Okay? And that's it.